Hey, how's everyone doing? Welcome to City Church Check-In. And yes, I am sitting in the entry of my house because it's the only quiet spot in my house at this moment. But I did want to check in with you guys today. I have been loving just hearing what everyone else has to say about just the praise that they've got going on in their life that they can thank God for, and the promise that God gives us, and also to have that time in prayer. And I just feel like there are so many things that we can be thankful for. For me, I know I've been thankful for some of the great books that I've read in the past that God has brought back to my mind. Especially one that I've been thinking about a lot is called The Soul Keeper. It's by John Ortberg, and it's a lot about his influence from the great theologian Dallas Willard. And I have been thinking about that a lot in these days, about how we need to tend to our own souls. And the pace of life, which we usually live, really keeps us at such a frenetic pace that we can't really, and we don't really tend to our own souls the way that we need to. And so I've been sort of revisiting this book and thinking about ways during this time of being quarantined at home that I can maybe develop some better practices of tending to my own soul, and also of tending to the souls of the people around me. I don't know about you, but I've been really looking for ways that I can do that to impact or help others in their lives, even while staying safe at home, and even impacting the lives of the people who live in the house with me, like my kids and my husband. And one of the things that John Ortberg talks about in one of the chapters is the power of blessing and how our souls need blessing. And one of the things that the great blessings in the Bible talks a lot about blessings and curses. And I wanted to just read a little bit about that, like how we can bless people and curse people just with the posture of our souls toward other people. So how we're thinking about people around us. And we can bless or curse people with even the way that we look at a person, like with a scowl or with a smile. We can send from our soul to theirs a blessing or a curse. Blessing is not just a word, John Ortberg says. Blessing is the projection of good into the life of another. We must think it and feel it and will it. We communicate it with our bodies. Blessing is kind of like an ancient dance of hokey pokey, he says. You have to put your whole self in. And blessing is done by the soul. And so I've been thinking about opportunities on how to bless other people during this time. And one of the first recorded blessings in the Bible is one that God gave to Aaron to bless the people of all of Israel. And this is what he says: "The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance unto you and give you peace." Is that an amazing and powerful blessing? I think that's why the anthem of this time for so many of us has been the Elevation Worship and Carrie Job song called The Blessing, because we have just received that from them as they've given that out. And even as we did that song the first weekend of quarantine here in Montreal, that was our prayer as a team, that we would be sending out that blessing to everyone who is watching that service and everyone who is hearing the words of that song. And there's great power in those words. And so you have to think about that. Like, is there anyone in your life that you could bless today? Is there someone that you could call or FaceTime and say these words? Like, if we think about that, like you're saying how you treat people, you're calling out a blessing on them. You're saying, God, you bless them. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. And that's asking God to constantly bring good into the lives of those others. The Lord keep you means protect you. What a great prayer and blessing to speak over people during this time, especially those frontline workers. May the Lord keep you. May he keep you safe. May he protect you. And then the Lord make his face to shine upon you. And that's like lifting up his countenance for God to just look at you. Your face was meant to shine. Glory always shines. And glory was meant to be shared. And so when we're filling up our countenance with the face of God, we can share that with other people. So the more time that we spend with God, the more he is reflected in our lives. Isn't that a great promise? That the more time we spend with him, he's just going to be reflected in everything that we do. And our hearts are going to come across to other people and bless them. And so I think to end today, I wanted to just, has the prayer to sing just the part of that song over you guys as my blessing from me to you today. So I'll sing, the Lord bless you and keep you, and make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you, and make his face shine upon you, and be gracious to you. The Lord turn his face toward you and give you peace. Amen. 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 So that's my prayer today for all of you, that God would bless you and keep you and your family safe. And that you would, in turn, take that blessing, take that light that's been given to you, and that you would think of people that you could share that with in a very small way. If it's a phone call, if it's eye contact and a smile and a hello as you're passing people on the street, wherever you go, may you take that blessing and share it with others. God bless you.